I have always been proud at which the speed Goodshuffle moves, and I am certain at the fact that we as a company move faster than most. I remember at the beginning of this year, our co-founders Eric and Andrew laid out these BHAGs, right? Big, hairy, audacious goals for the year. And when we got off the meeting, there was an energy, right? But a bit of a trepidation of like, oh my gosh, we're going to go faster than ever. We're going to go grow more than ever. How are we going to do that? And in January, we were a company that was looking at that vision that Eric and Andrew were laying out through the lens of how we were operating to get us to January 1st, 2026. Now we've had at least a half a year of the company operating with new tools. And now we look at those goals for the year and for the next 5 years. And I think where there was a buy-in, but hesitation at times of like, oh, how's this going to work? I feel that there's an enthusiasm, and I'm going to help us get there too, because of that we've both matured as a company through the tools that we've been able to adopt. One of the BHAGs that was addressed earlier this year was the Goodshuffle marketplace. And for those who don't know, Goodshuffle actually started because of the marketplace. We were Goodshuffle.com before we were Goodshuffle Pro. And because of the demand that Goodshuffle.com created for our users, that's initially what redirected Eric and Andrew's efforts for the product to make sure that we were building something that would support the businesses that had this influx of new opportunity because of what Goodshuffle.com was creating. Because of what we were able to, how we've been able to transform this year operationally, not only do I believe that the company is more excited than ever to do all the things, right? To be like, oh yeah, we can continue to build a great product for Goodshuffle Pro, and now we have a platform that's available in French, English, and Spanish, so that both internal users of the product and end users can experience it in their native or preferred language. There are back-end tools, right? Knowing that this is going to be something that increases demand on our customers. How do we make it easier for them to pack and load trucks, to know where their trucks need to go, to assign drivers to routes? And so there's different functionality that we put into place on the inventory management side, on weight tracking, and be able to pack trucks more efficiently, to do AI routing so that a dispatcher isn't spending 2 days figuring out the routes that his truck is going to take. And so all of when we think about the big goal that we had set for ourselves this year, it's been like a real win-win kind of year on that front of being able to roll out improvements faster than ever and know that I feel like internally we feel like we're climbing this summit where at the peak is going to be the launch of this marketplace, Goodshuffle.com. Ultimately, Goodshuffle's mission is to bring joy to the business of events. And so when we think more broadly about not only helping a vendor, right? Somebody, a photographer, a caterer, a DJ, a decorator, an AV company, a production company do business better, we also want to facilitate not only just their internal operations being more joyous, but also just executing on the event more holistically, right? You can't go through your life without celebrating some sort of event. And I think just we've gotten to take a step back this year and really think about and make plans for how we can impact the event space beyond the primary person that we're serving today. And we're at a really cool point where we get to think about all of the ways that we can make event day more joyous for the planner, for the vendor, for the client, for those guests. And that's a cool place to be.